life is still good. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's true. Hard to believe, but it is. So let's talk about one of the struggles of the highly intuitive. And you know what? Wait a minute. I got to go back to this. The reason I say when money is flowing and when money is going, when you are connected to the God mind and listening, it is all good because you already know that when you're using your gifts and talents and loving service to the world, that God, the universe, great intelligence, opens ways, makes ways out of no way. Okay. So then, even if money is flowing or going, then I know that abundance is still mine, and that just as that money flowed and it went, more is still flowing into my life. That's why it's all good. So, now let's talk about the struggle of the highly intuitive. There are a lot of struggles, but this is the main one right here. When you just know, oh my God, how many times have I just known? I just knew. Okay. You can't explain how, but you do. This is not a suspicion or mistrust we are referring to. It's spiritual discernment. When your intuition discerns something about others, family, friends, co-workers, even strangers, often this knowing is not really to be shared with anyone. That's where we get ourselves into a lot of trouble and it causes us problems, but it allows you to interact with a person in a particular way. So, what I had to learn in the long run is that when I just know, I that information was given to me so I could interact with the person in a particular way so that I wouldn't be in the dark, so I wouldn't be in the blind, you see? But it was not necessarily for me to share the knowing with the person. I made many a mistakes in my day by telling the person that I knew. Because guess what? They look at me like I'm crazy. Like, how do you know? Or they denied what I said that I knew, or even accused me of snooping. I have gotten that more times than until I learned to not even tell, especially in relationships. Just use the information the way you're supposed to. The information, the knowing is given to you to allow you to interact with a person in a particular way. It's really so you're not in the dark, so you're not side swiped, so you're not, caught off guard, so you're not completely crushed. Oh, see, you see what I'm saying? And so you're not totally broken to pieces. So a lot of times just knowing the no, the direct knowing is not for you to reveal to that person, oh yeah, I know. Because they're not going to believe you when you just say you know. Oh, my son in his teenage years, I tried to declare to him the whole time that I just knew. He was like, no, mom, you a stalker. Now, I was a stalker, but guess what? I was getting the information from God about where he was at. I wouldn't be following him. I'd be home. And I'd wake up and God said he at the club. He said he's at the movies, but he at the club. Okay. You see? I've had situations where I've been in a relationship that I knew what the man was going to do before he did it. And when I told him what he was going to do, he denied it. But a month later, or less than 30 days, he did what I said he was going to do. Oh, yeah. But guess what? It really wasn't for me to tell him that I knew. It was a preparation. Spirit was preparing me for the end of our relationship. Wow, think about it. Sometimes what we think is that this is the struggle of the highly intuitive, okay? Sometimes we think that I have been told this information, especially when it's relationship wise and it's somebody you love and you want to be with. I have been told this information so then I can go tell them I know and they won't do it. I can go tell them I know and they'll apologize and change their minds. I can go tell them I know and they will regret having even thought about doing anything that would end our relationship, that would cause me to have to break up with them. No. Mm-mm. No, boo. 9 times out of 10, you are told in preparation to prepare yourself so that you will not be as devastated when it comes from the left, when it come from the right. Okay? But we go and tell them thinking that we can change what has been revealed to us. That's why I did it. I love that man. Oh, yes. I went and told him what I knew because I was hoping that it would change what he was about to do. He just denied what I said. I said, okay. And then less than 30 days, he did what I already knew he was going to do. So the struggles, boo, the struggle is real. The struggle is real for the highly intuitive, but you have to use wisdom with what you know. Often you may know when someone is lying, hurting, depressed, sick, or in trouble. The struggle is discerning whether to act upon what you know or just to pray for the individual. You see? The struggle for many is learning to keep what Spirit has revealed until the time is right or forever. Much that is revealed intuitively is not for others, it is for us. Those who consider themselves psychics attempt to make a living by telling or revealing things they discern intuitively. That's what a psychic is. Someone who thinks that they can use their ability to discern things intuitively and make a living off of it. Okay? Most of us need to just learn wisdom in regards to what's being revealed to us, especially about other people. It's not our place. I didn't, I hadn't include this, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to the left. After 30 years in church, some of our prophets and prophetess they truly are highly intuitive. But all that they are are being revealed to them is not necessarily for them to go from church to church, pimping church folk for money to get a word. Ah, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone because I'm just gonna move on. The struggle is real for the highly intuitive. So, how do we keep our connection? In Spiritual Liberation by Dr. Michael Beckwith, who is the founder of Agape Spiritual Center out in California, a person who I consider, if I had to think of anyone who could be even close to the equivalent of a spiritual father for me on this walk, on this path that I'm currently on, not previous paths, it would be Michael Beckwith. But in Spiritual Liberation, Michael Beckwith says, simply put, all that is required to live up to our highest potential is already inside of us, awaiting our conscious activation. So that means everything that I need to be all that I can be is already in me. I have to consciously activate. That means I must become aware, I must become alert, I must become awake. What are some of the things you dream of accomplishing in this lifetime? List a few, just a couple of things. Do you believe all the answers to all the questions you would have about how to manifest your dream are really already within you? Are you willing to find out? 5 minutes before bedtime. This has been modified. I took this from a book written by the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. Wishes Fulfilled is the name of the book. And I've modified this to fit the webinar that we're having. So, 5 minutes before bedtime, do the following exercise 5 minutes before going to sleep each night. Get your journal. You may need more than 5 minutes, but at least I say 5 minutes before bedtime. You might need 30 minutes. Okay. But once you get a ritual or a routine, it won't take you a long time to do this. Because once you realize you're about to go to bed, you're going to start turning your attention and your direction to what you want to do in regards to preparing yourself for the next day. So get your journal, write down what you desire the next day. That's what you want. Write down your intentions for the next day, what you plan to do, how you're going to carry yourself. So an example of this would be if you're going to write down what you desire the next day, you may write down, I want to have a productive day and a successful meeting. And then you're going to write down your own intentions. My intention is to be prepared, to be confident, to walk in joy, love, and peace. I'm just making up some stuff for an example. Okay. Then ask Spirit to speak to your subconscious mind while you are in the dream state. Be sure to meditate for at least 5 minutes and speak calming words of peace and rest to ensure a good night's sleep. Do not sleep with the TV on. As soon as you awake, grab your journal and write whatever Spirit brings to mind. If it requires action, act on it. Now, remember these 5 minutes of meditation. I said that you can do mantras, you can do positive affirmations, you see, you can spend that 5 minutes of meditation actually speaking out that which you desire the next day, your intentions for the next day. I use something really simple, but you could desire something to manifest in your life. Maybe you're at a prominent point where you're ready for some manifestation. You need something serious. I'm talking, what my example was not that serious. You need something serious to manifest that next day. So then you write that out and you write out your intention. Understand your intentions have to align with your desires. Remember, we spoke about that before. Now, if your intentions really don't align with your desire, most likely you will not experience manifestation. We've already discussed that. And if you're not sure, then maybe what you're writing in your journals is that your desire and your intentions line up. So maybe that's what you're writing. Okay. But as soon as you awake, grab your journal, write whatever spirit brings to mind. If it requires action, then act on it.